the most controversial Rockets player has got to be Kevin Porter. I know this isn't news to you, and I see some improvements this season, getting to the free throw line more often, big jump in his free throw percentage, finishing better around the basket. But are you any more sold on him this year as a starter than you were last year?
I think he can start. To me, the question with Kevin Porter, one, I've never been sold on him as a point guard. I still think he's a combo guard at best, a secondary playmaker at best, a player that could get his own shot and basically create off of his scoring. If you want him to be the guy that's going to set the tempo for your team, be able to feed everybody, get guys ordered and bring some structure on the half court setting, then I got news for you. That ain't happening. But as far as a starter, I think he has a skill set to be able to play as a 2 guard or a 3 in certain lineups, depending on who's out there. I think the thing that makes him hard to envision is that him and Jalen are redundant. They're redundant skill sets, and I think that's really what makes it really hard to see, because then you start putting him, like if you put him at 3, you're going to have 2 subpar perimeter defenders. Then your point guard and everybody else has to be really, really good to make up for that. So in a vacuum, he could be a starter as a 2 guard and possibly a 3. But I think once you start getting real players, and this is no shot at him, it's just what it is. I mean, he's a 4th-year player. By this time, you know who the guys are that are the real really good guys, and good as far as on the court. Like, he's just not one of those type of guys. He's not in that caliber of player where it's like, oh yeah, this guy has to be a starter. If I get a better player in, I'm sliding him down to the bench, and he can come off from that. Another thing with Kevin Porter that I would really be curious to see how he reacts to a new coach. I assume the Rockets are moving on from Stephen Silas. If they want to win, they're going to move on from Stephen Silas. Once a new coach comes in, and maybe the coach doesn't want to use KPJ in this high usage version that we see, and wants him to be more tame, wants him more off ball, wants him to focus on defense, how does he respond to his minutes being cut or him not being the feature player on the team anymore?
You're listening to Houston Sports Talk.